ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Legends. We're playing today Altar Assassin, because we haven't played Altar Assassin ever before, and I think it might be a good addition to our episode list, and of course showcase a deck and have you guys watch it, enjoy it, hopefully learn how it behaves and what it does, and you guys can put it to good use on ladder or casual or whatever you want to play it. Don't forget about the huge 60 card pack giveaway. Choosing next Saturday. Next Saturday actually means not tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, we will be choosing our winner for the 60 card pack code. So don't forget, subscribe. Leave a comment on any of my videos. Currently the theme is what you like about the new client. So post some constructive feedback, some I don't know, some pros and cons, what you like to see. Do you think Sparky Pants does a great job? In my opinion, they do, and so far so good. A lot of the issues have been fixed since yesterday. The game is moving much more smoother, and it's been a thrill playing it. Also, my eyes have adjusted to the darker tone. Initially, I did have some headaches after prolonged exposure. Yeah, I forgot to mention to you guys, we have interactables. There's a butterfly in the lower left corner and the soulstone gem in rightmost margin of the screen. They're most visible before the match starts, when the table is seen from above at a zoom out angle. So the basic idea of the assassin, the Altar Assassin, is to just stall the game until you get an altar. The death of this deck is any support removal deck. I would say a bit of Dagoth, a bit of Sorcerer, but we're playing Sorcerer right now, and we will see if our altars will get removed or not. As I said before, the idea of this deck is to stall, use all creatures to your advantage. Don't push. If you have the ring, don't push for damage. Just wait. Just kill a creature there, kill a creature here, and always dig for stuff. Try to draw. Try to maximize your output based on your magicka, but don't go overboard, because you want to have a pretty big hand when the altar comes, or better most when the second or the third, there's an altar here. When the second and the third altar comes, because you will sacrifice like crazy, and you'll try to get as many creatures on the board to do that. So currently, our opponent has been torn around with the Mad Horse. Now it's a 4/3, and looks like he's going for board removal. I don't know if our opponent knows that we're playing Altar, but next turn, Altar is going to be played for sure. Now I use the Goblin to kill the horse, because I didn't want to sacrifice to trade in another creature. Now I have a board filled with almost a lane filled with creatures. There are 3 low costs, and by getting the altar out, I will be able to start shuffling through the deck, summon one creature after the other. For those of you that do not know what Altar does, Altar of Despair basically has 12 charges. With each used charge, you will summon a bigger creature. So, for instance, initially you will summon a 1-cost creature from your deck, then a 2-cost, a 3-cost, and so on. So the idea is not to sacrifice damage-dealing creatures, big creatures. Sacrifice stuff that also has, I don't know, maybe like a last gasp effect. And nope. We will not use the altar. Why? Because I wasn't able to play Ungolem yet. Now, playing Ungolem is pretty critical because you will shuffle 3 Brotherhood Assassins. There they go. And now when I use the altar, the first 1-cost creature will be the Brotherhood Assassin. And Brotherhood Assassin, when summoned, draws you a card, so it's imperative to first play the Ungolem. Now, if you don't have Ungolem, don't wait the entire match. You can find a solution, something to work around with. But having 3 Brotherhood Assassins shuffled into the deck is great for your initial altar play. Moment of clarity. Could it be that our opponent is playing Unite the Houses on Sorcerer? Could be. Winter's Grasp. Well, this is nice. Doesn't matter anyway. Let's sacrifice Ungolem. Fortunately, we have nothing to give. -1, -1. Let's go with... ooh, another Cruel Firebloom. Yeah, the Elusive Schema also draws you a card, which is excellent. And the Goblin Skulk here has double roll. The Goblin Skulk in this deck will draw you 3 copies of the Cruel Firebloom. However, after you play your first Elusive Schema, remember, when an Elusive Schema dies, not silenced of course, but dies normally, a 0-cost Elusive Schema is shuffled into your deck. Meaning that you can draw a lot of Elusive Schemas using the Goblin Skulk. Our opponent played a Lava Atronach. Good thing that we removed the Conjuration Tutor. Otherwise, it would have been really nasty to deal with 2 Lava Atronachs. And we've cleared the board. Let's draw, I think it's our last Cruel Firebloom. So we should play Laneth and get a Elusive Schema. Another Brotherhood Assassin. Excellent. Well, what would you expect? The creature was a 3 costs and it played Sanctuary Pet. Well, the good thing is we have another Brotherhood Assassin. We can draw another card. We also have Tascad. And we forced our opponent into a moment of silence. Our opponent is going to think a lot right now. I am at 32 HP, Opponent is down to 20. Conjuration Scholar. And a nice pike. Close call. Ooh, yeah, that was a great play on our opponent's side. So we need to get rid of that. And how to get rid of that? Well, I don't want to sacrifice. But here goes. Would have been awesome to draw another elusive schema. Another lightning bolt. Okay, we have all the lightning bolts in the world right now. There's an elusive schema. Opponent is down to 9. I think we have lethal. It's pretty obvious. Let's make it even worse. Opponent is down to 3. Good game, sir. There's a Shadow from Priest finally destroying the altar. But it's no use. Yep. Let's end the game. First match, a great success for the Altar Assassin. Welcome back. We are playing Altar Assassin. And where are my manners? Shout out to Brandon Turkin for sharing this deck with us on the Facebook group of the Elder Scrolls Legends Facebook group. I've borrowed this deck from his post, and I'll be sure to tag you, buddy. So it's, so far, I think is a very powerful deck. Please remember that the Altar of Despair was launched before the Houses of Morrowind expansion, which means even though most people run Altar now in 75 card decks, we are actually going back to the beginning with this by playing a 2 attribute deck with Altar. It's much more interesting to see 2 attribute decks playing Altar, because you have that what's it called? You have that chance increased to draw Altar, and of course to make best use of every card in your deck. In a 75 card list, you need some alternate conditions to win, because you may or you may not draw Altar of Despair. So yep, I think this is even more powerful than a 3 attribute deck. So we're playing against a Battle Mage, and we have no idea what this Battle Mage can do. Is it a Prophecy Battle Mage? It does not look like it. It may be a giant mid-range Battle Mage, but we will see. We need to clear that out. We don't want our opponent to start drawing stuff. Let's get Wisp Mother out. We played Wisp Mother even though we do not have something to play with it, but it was the only viable option. And it was a good choice because we are about to get rid of that Atronach and then just run Ice Storm. If I would have played Wisp-Mother, right now we would have been in a jeopardizing situation because we would have had a 5/5 Atronach with God and a Vigilant Giant. As you can see, things wouldn't have been good for us. And because we got 8 Magicka, check out this Abracadabra stuff. Leaf Lurker, and there goes the Vigilant Giant. Bye-bye. Black Hand Messenger is such a powerful card. I think it's a must to include in any deck that runs the 2 attributes of Agility and Intelligence. Daggerfall Mage. And another Pingy. Oh boy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go with the Eclipse Baroness. Ooh, a 1-cost Daggerfall Mage. Let's get that out too. Why not? We got it, we play it. Because we can sacrifice the Eclipse Baroness with the Cruel Fire Bloom and perhaps get rid of the Rapid Shot. Oh, not on himself, but on the Leaf Lurker. Another Rapid Shot. Now it pings itself. Will our opponent hit face, or will it try to get rid of the creatures? And an Ash Berserker, followed by a Ward Crafter, placing that ward. Oh lord, this is going to be really painful for us. Yep, that's a lot of stuff. Odahviing. Unable to summon Odahviing currently. Let's see what we got. A Sanctuary Pet. Let's go with Tazcad. We'll get rid of the Atronach. And get rid of Breton Conjurer. Because if that thing gets another ward and summons another Atronach, it's going to be bad. Let's see what we can kill with the Cruel Fire Bloom. Excellent, we got the Ash Berserker. So the board just transformed from being dominated by our opponent into being dominated by us. This is the advantage of playing low-cost creatures with high impact and value. Another Skyrim Pyromancer, and there goes another Atronach on the board. But fear not. We've got Odahviing coming right up. It will clear the board. Helric, please summon more. No. Opponent did not summon more. So we are going to trade the Daggerfall Mage. Just to set up for the for our dragon, the Odahviing. And there goes the board. if our opponent is playing Giant Battle Mage, he won't be doing any Belligerent Giant on the Odahviing. That would be just plain silly. Giving a big bat to my hand, just spamming it again and again, doing 4 damage to all enemy creatures. It's not something that you should be doing. Clockwork City Pilgrim. And a Sentinel Battle Mace, making it, giving it a ward. Balmor Spymaster, which is excellent. We've got 12 Magicka. Let's see what Balmor Spymaster gives us. We've got Ungolym. And Marketh Bannerman. Wowee. So I'm fairly certain that Odahviing is going to mid its end right now. Even though our opponent did not draw a Firebolt. We've got a clear picture on what we are going to sacrifice next. It's Ungolym, of course. Ungolym is just here in the deck for the filling and shuffling with 3 Brotherhood Assassins, which are excellent in combination with the altar. Vigilant Giant. Again. Let's see what... that's not very good. I'm not so sure in playing more stuff into the shadow lane. Mainly because if our opponent has Unstoppable Rage, that breakthrough damage though. Yep. Not much that I could have done extra. I want to keep the Nord Firebrands. For when we are out of creatures to sacrifice for the altar. So the Nord Firebrands will be invaluable here. Dress Renegade. Holy moly. Not looking good. Shackle went off. And if opponent will attack our Goblin, it's going to be 6 piercing damage. Breakthrough damage, sorry. Straight to face. We've got enough HP, nothing to worry about. Just an Unstoppable Rage at this point can hurt us pretty bad. Plus the default attack of the Vigilant Giant.
Let's do this. I fight with the fervor of the wild hunt.
Okay. Looks like we enraged our opponent a bit. Excellent Cruel Fire Bloom. We could do a combination, a multitude of stuff. Let's play Larneth, see what we can pick. What could possibly help us versus... Well, some of you might argue, why did you got the Firebolt out? A ton of cards and you picked the Firebolt. Well, I want to survive. Right now, I want to survive as much as possible. Oh boy, another Sanctuary Pet summoned where there's no enemy creature. Things are not looking pretty good for Helvig, our opponent here. Hello? Knock knock, who's there? Whom? Not who. Genius Path Mage. Oh, we can use Genius Path Mage to summon some more Genius Path Mages. Telvos Magister comes to the rescue. So we will have to waste.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Oh, another silence. Damn it. Oh boy. I think we can win this right now. Let me check. So opponent is 14 with a ward. We get the ward down. That's 8. 8 out of 14. We've got the Supreme Antromancer. I just got rid of the ward there first, and let's go with the Supreme Antromancer.
Spirit of oblivion, arise!
See, that's why you always want to include Supreme Atromancer. So it was game over. Thank you for an excellent match. Let's hop on to the next one. Welcome back to Altar Assassin. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment with what you think is the best feature of this new client. I could say this is an embarrassing first draw. But all for the best. Hopefully this deck will make it up to our current situation, which is getting even worse. We've got Supreme Atromancer right off the bat. Yeah, so we're playing against a Telvanni deck. Is it Nixox? I've heard some rumors that Nixox combo is no longer viable on the new client, basically because even though you queue up all your attacks, when the turn ends, it ends, and your creatures remain sitting on the board doing nothing. Tried it myself, and got a big oops and a no-no. And I also drew Laneth on turn 3, which happens to me every time. Actually, on the old client, I used to draw Laneth on turn 6, 7. It's a combo breaker. Breaks your path mage combo. Now it's even worse. I drew it on turn 3, which was quite embarrassing. So back to our game here. We are building quite a big presence. That Shadow Lane looks interesting. And we got rid of the Balmora Spymaster early on because I didn't want to summon God knows what. There's the Witch, getting rid of that elusive schema, and another Murkwater Witch, and the Barrow Stalker. Well, this has set up quite nicely for us because we have. Fortunately, I would have preferred drawing with our Goblin Skulk, a 0 cost. But oh no, what did I do? Oops. I wanted to play the Ice Storm. Oh damn. So yeah, looks like we botched it. This is an interesting Telvanni. We're seeing Namira's Shrine. A Goblin Skulk. Well, it's okay. We can still play Ice Storm. Let's see what opponent summons. Sun in Shadows. Yep, we can definitely play Ice Storm and then sacrifice our Path Mage to kill that that Sun in Shadows. Angolim. Oh, and we've got Wisp Mother. Holy moly. Now imagine us summoning 2 Brotherhood Assassins. And we can also use this to our advantage with that Supreme Atromancer that we just drew randomly. We're still at 30 HP. So we are good. We are in the clear for now. There has been no consistent push by our opponent. Darth Juko. Hopefully we will draw an altar soon enough. Another Namira's Shrine. And that's it, end of turn. Oh, there's the altar. Excellent timing. Let's sacrifice Angolim. First, let's attack. There they are. Come on, draw me some good stuff. Another altar. Perfectly. I couldn't have asked for a better draw. We are sitting quite good. Tazcad, what is Tazcad going to do? And going to trade the Wisp Mother. Interesting choice. Oh, Murkwater Witch. So we can push 6 damage. And we can draw another Brotherhood Assassin by playing Milkwater Witch. But I think I'll stick with Supreme Atromancer here. That's 2 damage. Sorry, 4 damage, another 6 damage. Opponent is down to 9 at the moment. Let's sacrifice one of the Brotherhood Assassins. Oh, look, it's a Milkwater Witch. Get rid of that Tazcad. Well, that was a nice board clear from our opponent. And here comes the Rising of Bones. Sacrificing to get that extra... Oh, hi. Yeah, new commons. To get that extra guard in the shadow lane. And right now there's no reason to play the second altar. Well, actually it is. We just drew our last Brotherhood Assassin. Oh, and we've hit a prophecy. Maybe it's a lightning bolt. No, it's a shrieking harpy. But the game is over. Well, that was pretty fast, right? No play from our opponent. Unfortunately, our opponent does not know we have a lightning bolt. Ooh, that's interesting. So it was a Conscription Tolvani deck, after all. Cruel Fire Bloom on the Spymaster, of course. Another Milkwater Witch. Well, it was a fun experience. The Altar Assassin deck is an amazing deck. A very powerful, strong deck that can basically just pull the rug right from under your feet. Roll you in it and throw you away at the nearest disposal point. Good match. Thank you. Have a nice evening, guys. Cheers and see you next time.